What's up everybody and welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel, and today we finally have for you guys the McFarlane DC Multiverse Build-A-Figure Bane from the Last Night on Earth wave. If you're new, then welcome. This channel is all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunting them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. I try to upload new content every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so check back on those days to see what I've uploaded, or just hit that bell icon to stay notified when I do upload new content, because I do try to randomly upload new content throughout the week whenever I do get the chance. And if you guys do enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, guys. It is a very small goal of mine to try to reach at least one new subscriber per new video that I put out, so please be my one new subscriber for this video. Thank you so much in advance. As always, the information on this channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. I am your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector, and once again, guys, I have for you the Build-A-Figure Bane from the Last Night on Earth wave. Finally, I was able to find the Wonder Woman in store and get the Build-A-Figure arms for this figure that I've been wanting to build for so long, since I found the other three figures at the end of January. Actually, it's already been almost 2 months since I found those other figures, and Bane has been armless since then, but thankfully I was able to find her randomly on a Target run. I was in Pasadena training a client. I had to use the restroom afterwards, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stop by this Target. And I had gone to like another collector store and they didn't have a bathroom, so I went to the Target next door. And I was like, you know what, I'm already here, let me just check the toy aisle. I was like, I'm not gonna find anything. And lo and behold, there she was. The whole wave was there, and she was actually hidden. I saw the whole wave, I got excited, and I was like, you know what, she's not gonna be here. And I moved a few of them around, and there she was. So I was super happy to find her, especially considering that the one I had pre-ordered was on back order till like the end of this month or so. And even still, I feel like it was gonna get pushed back. So I canceled that order right away as soon as I found her, and I put this marvelous figure together, guys. As you can tell, I absolutely love this figure. Does it have its flaws? Yes, but overall, I am super happy to have this big Bane figure. And if you cannot tell by my nickname, the Buff Collector, it's because he is such a hulking figure, and I love him as a character and as just what he is. I mean, like, you know, he's a super smart buff guy, and you know, that's like the quintessential like best image for us, because most people think we're just meatheads and whatnot. And you know, he puts that to, you know, he basically puts that myth to rest by just being this very intelligent villain that was able to break the bat, you know, in Nightfall. I mean, that was something that no other villain was able to do back then, and he was able to, you know, come up with a plan that really broke Batman mentally, physically, emotionally. And then when he was at his weakest, he arrived and just broke the Bat's back. So, you know, just an all-around amazing villain that really challenges Batman every time they come face to face. So I absolutely love this guy, and as you can tell, he is a massive figure, guys. I mean, look at this. He is a hulking figure, so much so that I had to like angle my camera in a way so that you guys can actually see him. I'm gonna put Red Hood right next to him, right in front of him, so he comes up to about his chest right there. So you can see the size difference, and as you can tell, I do have Scarecrow on his back. In the Last Night on Earth comics, Scarecrow is basically living off of Bane as, you know, basically like a parasite host, living off whatever, I guess maybe the venom through him and stuff. Bane doesn't really say much or do much in the comics. They never explain how or why Scarecrow got like this or anything, but it is a great representation of Bane. I do wish, though, my only wish with this figure, well, another wish would be that the pieces actually fit together perfectly, but I'll get into that later. My only wish is that they would have painted his veins right here, just the venom green. That would have been perfect. I understand, and I think in the comics they are painted that neon green, but for some odd reason they didn't do it with this figure. Maybe I'll pay someone to do it, because I do not have the steadiest hands and I do not have the artistic ability to do it. So I would not know how to go about doing that. But besides that, guys, there's really no other flaws with it. I really do like this version of Bane and how hulking and big he is. He'll look really nice next to my Marvel Select Hulk and my Super Shredder because I have shelving with all my bodybuilding trophies, and I have Hulk, Super Shredder. I have my other Bane figure there, and you know, all my hulking figures right next to my bodybuilding trophies. So this guy's gonna go right next to that most likely. But his not bodybuilding, but his Build-A-Figure parts were a little tricky to get together. So his arms snapped in really easily, and so did his head, although I have heard people complain that his arms were not staying in. Thankfully mine did not have that issue, although my legs did have the issue where they did not want to stick. So I had to go ahead. He's such a big figure with Scarecrow, and it's like, how do you hold him? But I went and heated them up with the blow dryer and then cooled them down once I put them in, and look, I'm shaking them pretty well. His fists do stay in pretty well if you do the same thing. This one stays in way better than this one. This one's pretty loose. If I just tap it, I'm pretty sure it'd fall out. But I have him in a pose to where his arms aren't straight down, so that way they don't fall out. But other than that, guys, like I said, I really like this interpretation of Bane, and he's gonna look really good next to my other big built figures, and I cannot wait to put him up there. But let's go ahead and take him forward and take a look at what articulation he does come with, because so real quick, so Scarecrow just pins in right here at that back hole. He pins in pretty well too, so you know, he stays secure. So he does have pretty minor articulation. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. He can look all the way to the left, all the way to the right. In fact, he can 360 his head right there. In terms of up and down, he can look forward and he can look down like that, but that's about it. You can't go any further up. For arm articulation, you do get, and pull him up, do get rotation. I wouldn't push it past there because I feel like his arm would pop off. So you do get that. Oh, see, that's what I was talking about, the hand. But you do get also a single hinge elbow joint right there, which is really tough but nice, as well as shoulder rotation right there, or you know, hinging. So it does go, his arm will go up. His fists do come with hinges right here, so you can articulate them, as you can see right there or here. His legs do come with knee articulation right here. You can see the pin right there, and his ankles do come with articulation right here, as well as toe articulation. But his knee and his ankles are very, very tight and stiff. And honestly, even though I got the legs to stick, I do not want to mess with the legs so much so that I have to redo the hair dryer trick, because right now they're sticking pretty nicely and I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to move it around too much. And yeah, see what little bit I did move it, I already kind of messed up a bit. So thankfully I didn't have to readjust too much. But guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and take some cool pics of this guy. Let me see if his hand will go in real quick. There we go. Let's go ahead and take some cool pics of this guy, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, thanks so much for sticking to the end of this video. Before I get into my outro, I did want to mention 2 points of articulation that I did forget, and that is elbow rotation right there, as well as waist rotation right there. But with that being said, if you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at CoolFigurez. And if you did enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you stuck to the end of this video, type the word Venom down below in the comments. That way I know. Thank you so much. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, guys. But whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really do appreciate it. As always, I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.